Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over some knee-jerk reactions for Game Week 6. I know we're currently in the middle of Game Week 5, but there's just such a quick turnaround before the next deadline. We'll go over some knee-jerk reactions today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Leave a comment, how is your Game Week 5 currently going? Subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, I'm going to quickly go over how I'm currently doing in Game Week 5 before going over the knee-jerk reactions, and I really need to calm down with how many points I'm on right now. A big fat 1 from Cucurella. I'm technically on 7. I do have Pereira coming off the bench for James, but of course it is not nice seeing 1 point. My Game Week rank of 8,695,270. I did make a transfer this week. I took out Archer from Aston Villa for Steinsfield for Fulham. And that was kind of all I really wanted to do. I know the James news like 2 hours before the deadline was kind of making everybody umming and ahhing about what to do. I myself didn't really know what to do either. I really wanted to kind of take him out, but at the same time, because I had 2 free transfers, I had that luxury. But at the same time, because he was just ill and it doesn't seem like it's an actual injury, I feel like he's going to be back for West Ham. And then, you know, I think he can do something against West Ham. And then they've got Fulham after that. And then it's Liverpool. So I kind of understand why people got rid of him, because the next 3 fixtures aren't, like, incredible. Like, West Ham might be a tough game. I mean, Fulham might be a tough game as well if they played like they did against Brighton. And then, obviously, Liverpool's a tough game as well. But I decided to hold him and just play Pereira instead. Well, I mean, obviously, I played James just in case the rumours were false. But, yeah, I always had Pereira coming off my bench for him anyway. So, yeah, currently on 7 points from 2 players. Not too bad. I did go Haaland captain as well. There are reports that, like, Calvin Phillips captained him this week, and again, we'll have to find out and see what happens later on. But I mean, if one of your teammates is captaining him at you, then I guess he knows a little bit more than everyone else. So I'm a little bit more confident that Haaland's going to start against Forest, and that's why I went for the captaincy, just because I think he's going to get benched against Villa, because then it's Champions League, and then it's like Tottenham and stuff like that. So I think that this game Haaland will play, and then he'll probably get benched against Villa. That's why I went for the captaincy. But yeah, still pretty much got everyone else to play. It's going to be a lot of points on the table tonight, and we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, 7 points from 2 players. Not too bad at all. I think I'm going to get rid of Cucurella this week, though. I'm just not a massive fan of double Chelsea defense. I know they're playing at Stamford Bridge this weekend, but I kind of want to bring in the likes of Trippier and stuff, who is the same price as Cucurella. So depending on if he's like not injured anymore, because obviously he's still kind of flagged for Liverpool. But if he plays tonight and stuff, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Newcastle's fixtures are quite nice going forward, so I would like to get rid of Cucurella. I'm not a massive fan of Arsenal defense as well going forward either, so I might have to switch him around as well. I will have 2 free transfers going into Game Week 6, so yeah, one of them could be Cucurella to Trippier, and then potentially getting rid of Gabriel as well. But we'll have to. I don't really know who I'd bring in for him though, because I've still got 0 in the bank unless I get rid of James. But I'd much rather have James than Cucurella, because his potential is just so much better. So yeah, I'd have to go for another like a 5 mil-ish defender. I could always downgrade him to Saliba, but then I've still got an Arsenal defender, and that's kind of, I may as well just keep Gabriel. So I don't know. Maybe I just make 1 transfer this week and see what happens. But either way, that's how my current Game Week 5 is going. 7 points from 2 players. Let's go over some knee-jerk reactions for Game Week 6 though, and top of the list is Mitrovic, with 75,000 people bringing him in. Yeah, just honestly, a lot of people were not expecting, but fearing that he was going to have a similar season to last time Fulham were in the Prem. I think he got like 3 or 4 goals in like across the season or something. He's already got more than that, and it's only Game Week 5. He's also on penalties as well. He's 6.7, I do believe, right now. He is 6.7, and Fulham have got some okay fixtures coming up as well, barring Tottenham and Chelsea. Like, Game Week 8 is where you'd rather bring him in. Like, you don't really want him for Tottenham and Chelsea, but then he's got Forest, Newcastle, West Ham, Bournemouth, Villa, Leeds, Everton. That's a really good run of fixtures for Mitrovic, and I could easily see myself playing Pereira as well on a few of these fixtures. So, yeah, I don't mind having Mitrovic at all. I could easily downgrade Gabriel to like a 4 mil defender, because I think Forest have got some okay fixtures coming up as well. We've got like Bournemouth after City and stuff. So I think there's definitely whole potential there. So I think Nico Williams is like just behind like Trent and James and stuff for like XG and stuff for wingbacks. So I definitely kind of want to have him back in my team. But either way, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But yeah, Mitrovic, the most brought in player so far this week. Gross as well, another player that has been highly brought in. I mean, most people are just going to be downgrading Rodrigo because of the injury to Gross, so I completely understand that. Some people will just be getting rid of Rodrigo for like a 4.5 mil player and bringing in Mitrovic. But yeah, obviously Gross has some really nice fixtures coming up, like Leicester, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. That's some really nice fixtures. I understand that a lot of people brought Duncan for like James and stuff last night. I don't think it was a wrong decision. Like, you've still got Leicester, Bournemouth, and Crystal Palace, some really nice fixtures. And Bournemouth is just kind of the team that a lot of people are going to be targeting at the moment. You know, they've just sacked Scott Parker, not really brought in anyone. They don't really have a lot of players with Premier League experience. So yeah, that's kind of like they're going to be the best fixture of the season, like playing Bournemouth. So understandable why a lot of people brought you know, Dunk and Gross and stuff. It's just really unfortunate that Dunk got the own goal last night, because I think a lot of people were either playing Dunk or Pereira, and obviously a lot of people went Dunk and he got -1. Perisic, another player that a lot of people are bringing in. I'm not sure, like, I think he's going to miss one of these games. It could be West Ham, but then it's Fulham, but then it's like City and like Champions League and stuff like that, so he's going to start missing games. Is he worth holding? Maybe, especially with this like sea of green fixtures coming up soon, but I don't know. It's definitely a minutes risk, but when he does play, you know, you got a good player in your hand. And then Zaha as well, another player that's been heavily brought in. Completely understand why. He's got like 4 goals this season, I think, already. He's 7.1 mil. They've got some okay fixtures coming up, you know, Newcastle, United, Brighton, Chelsea. I mean, you want to say Chelsea's a tough fixture, and it is on paper, but like at the end of the day, that they're just conceding so much at the back. Maybe things will change when like Fofana comes in and stuff like that. But at this moment in time, you know, they're not really great to have as options. And I've got 2 Chelsea defenders. I'm definitely getting rid of one for game week 6, and it's probably going to be Cucurella unless we get some Reece James information about him being like out for a few weeks or whatever. But either way, I like Zaha as an option. I'm probably going to get him on a wild card. If I do wild card around 12, I think that's when I'll probably think about bringing him in. But yeah, really nice option as well. And then Saliba as well, another player that a lot of people have brought in. Probably just downgrading James to him. I think the most kind of like transferred players out for James, I think, was like Diaz for City, Saliba for Arsenal, and then obviously like Dunk for Brighton. That's understandable. I mean, Arsenal have still got nice fixtures as well. Like, they've got Villa. United will be a tough game. Like, I'll probably bench Gabriel for that. But then Everton and Brentford. Like, this is where you kind of get rid of your Tottenham players, when your Arsenal players, when they've got Tottenham, Liverpool, and City in 4 game weeks. Like, that's when you get rid of them. You know, but then Southampton, Forest, Chelsea, it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, that's when you kind of want to start getting rid of your Arsenal players. And again, game week 9 could be a nice time to wildcard. But again, I guess it's all team dependent and stuff. But they are the most transferred in players this week. Let's move on to the most transferred out players. And yeah, Rodrigo, top of the list. It's not about, like, I know a lot of people either went with Rodrigo or Gross. Like, it's not your fault that he got injured. Like, it's just unlucky. You know, you always got to think that, I mean, the main thing about FPL, like, you can strategize in everything as much as you can, but at the same time, there is a massive luck factor. Like, whether you go for Gross or Rodrigo, Rodrigo was the better option. He has 3 times the amount of shots in like the box and stuff than Gross. On paper, his stats are much better. He was a little bit more expensive, but Leeds have really nice fixtures coming up as well, like Brentford, Forest, Villa, Crystal Palace. He was the player to go for, in my personal opinion, and he gets injured. Like, you can't really do anything about that. It's not like, it's not your fault. It's just really, really unfortunate. And obviously, an easy transfer out for him is obviously Gross in now, so that's probably why Gross is obviously going up so much. But it's just really unfortunate. James, I don't see why a lot of people are like getting rid of him. It's just an illness. You know, I know people are downgrading him to the likes of other defenders and stuff, but you know, he should be back for West Ham, and then you've got him for Fulham. Like Liverpool will be a tough game, but then it's Crystal Palace, Wolves, Villa. I don't know. I don't like the idea of not having James in my team. He's just too good. When he's playing right wing back as well with Fofana coming in, he's going to be so good, and I think people are going to miss out on a massive haul getting rid of him. Zinchenko, again, we'll have to see what happens if he plays tonight. It doesn't look like he's going to. But yeah, Zinchenko, again, a lot of people might just be kind of doing like a sideways transfer and getting rid of him for Gabriel or Saliba or something like that, which I understand. Trippier, I think, is another good option as well. Like I say, after this Liverpool game, they've got some pretty good fixtures, even though Trippier has been transferred out as one of the main players this week. But again, after Liverpool, they've got Crystal Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth, Fulham, and then Brentford. Like, really, really nice fixtures for Trippier. This is why I want to bring him in for game week 6. And again, on set pieces, on free kicks, as long as he's okay, we'll have to see tonight. I think he did go off. He didn't go off, but it was like he was holding his leg and stuff. I didn't really see the Newcastle game, but apparently he was okay, like played on. So we'll have to see what happens. If he plays tonight, I'm definitely bringing him in. But again, he might miss tonight and then be fit, ready for Crystal Palace. Because I mean, Liverpool away is a tough fixture, Will Eddie Howe think he can get something from that game? Potentially. They did just draw 3-0 with City, so of course they can get something from that game. But is he going to want to risk Trippier when they've got all these nice fixtures coming up that he knows he should win? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Trippier I think is definitely on my watch list if he's back fit. And then finishing things off, Tony as well. Again, I know it's unfortunate because he just got like 2 points, then 1 point. I don't think he's a bad option though. He's still on penalties. They've still got a sea of green fixtures coming up, like really, really nice fixtures. I don't think you should get rid of him yet. Give him a few more games. Give him the Leeds game. Give him the Southampton game. Yeah, okay, Arsenal's a tough one, but then he's got Bournemouth, like 3 fixtures there that he can easily haul in. And again, he's on penalties. I don't think people should really be getting rid of him. Some people are probably getting rid of him for Mitrovic, which makes no sense because Mitrovic has got Tottenham and then Chelsea. I'd hold on to him for a little bit, but either way, it is your call. They are the most transferred in and out players for this game week, though. Well, game week 6, should I say? Let me know your thoughts on your transfers and stuff. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Leave a comment. How's your game week 5 going? Subscribe if you're brand new. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.